tripod setup and it's not going great. Not going great at all. I don't like this camera because it's so close. Anyways, I've been doing some work today, putting in the subfloor, and I have a little bit more to go, but it's almost done. And that's why I'm going live, because I'm not going to get a video out for you guys today. So I figured I would just hang out with you guys while I take a break, and then I'm going to finish the subfloor when I'm done. And hopefully I can get this tripod situation situated. I feel like it's not tall enough. I will be eating my own body weight in donuts during this live. Yes. Eat some donuts for me. I need some donuts, some voodoo donuts in my life. I've actually never had, I don't think I've ever had voodoo donuts. I've had, it's only in Austin, right? Do they have them? Actually, maybe I have. Do they have one in Dallas too? Maybe. Maybe I have. I don't know. Hello from Texas. Hey, Heather. And Portland. So is it only in Austin and Portland? I feel like there's one in Dallas. Am I thinking of a different one? It's possible. It's very possible. On Main Street or Elm. I think it's on Main Street. Okay, then if there is one in Dallas, I've had it. And it's fairly new, and by new I mean it's been there for, not Dallas for sure. Okay, then no, I've never had them. There's a donut place in Dallas that's really good though. I don't remember what it's called, but it's very, very popular, and it opens at like 4 a.m. or something. Hey, Higgs Homestead and Adventures. Heather said, please hit the thumbs up on your way in. I second that. Samantha, you have got me hooked on Point North today and Machine Gun Kelly. I haven't listened to him in a minute. I've been on a Mayday Parade kick. Charles said hello from Mount Juliet. You're so close to me. Mark said, what? I was just watching Samantha's live stream. Yeah, I was just watching it too. I hopped on YouTube to go live, and I saw that she was live, so I wanted to hang out with her for a minute before I went live. Oh my gosh, yes, let's go to a concert. I want to so bad. I'm friends with one of the guys from Simple Plan, and I was talking to him today, and they are playing in Illinois in September for Riot Fest, so I think I'm going to make my way there. So we should definitely, you should look it up and see if there's anyone that you want to see play, and if so, you should come with me because I got the hiccup. It's going to be so fun. Hey, half Century Farm. I am so tired and so sore, you guys. Yesterday I framed the subfloor, and then I started putting the insulation in, but I realized I didn't like how not flush it was. So then I did a thing, which you guys will see in my next video, and then finished today insulating it. And then after this live chat, I'm going to finish putting in the plywood that goes on top, which has been an absolute nightmare. I think, so what was here, the plywood that was here before I ripped the floors up is not the same size on this side because I kind of extended it a hair. And so I can't use that as a template, and I can't even reuse it, period. Which it's not in the greatest condition anyways, but I did consider it. So I gotta do some stuff, measure some stuff. Levi has not fixed his floor yet. He hasn't had a good day off of work to do so. He still needs to paint. Actually, I don't know what all he's told you, so I don't want to ruin it. No, he has not finished his floor yet. You guys are going to see what he's going to do on his next video as far as the floor goes. he's at work right now. I think he's on call this weekend, so unfortunately he doesn't get another day off until next weekend. John said hi. We were proud of the amazing job you've done on YouTube. Thanks. Oh, did I say John? Joanne. Thank you. Paul said you got it, Jaylena. You can do anything. I don't know about anything, but you can do most things. You said you might do. Zach said hello from the DFW. We love watching your progress so far with the bus. You've got an awesome work ethic. Can't wait to see the end product. We're thinking about doing the same thing. Thanks for the idea. Thank you, first of all. And second of all, it's definitely a huge project, and it's definitely a lot to take on by yourself, but it's not doable. I'm definitely proud of myself for doing everything on my own so far. I mean, I've had a little bit of help here and there from my amazing brothers. Shout out to them. But it is awesome. It's an awesome feeling to accomplish some stuff on your own, be an independent woman. I don't need no man. That's the beauty, though. When you are at a point in your life where you don't need a man, you want a man. Not that I want one. I'm just saying. I don't need one. So when I do have one, it's because I want him, not because I need him. Cheers to that. Paul Honeyman did a 5-pound super sticker. That was me yesterday, and now I'm so sore. Hey, Linda. Hello, beautiful. You're doing a fantastic job on your bus. Thank you so much. It's definitely been a lot of hard work. Joanne said, if you have time, pass by Lincoln, North Carolina, let us know, and you have family here. Thank you so much. It might be a while, but I'll definitely be going through North Carolina. Samantha did a $20 super chat for the floor budget. Thank you so much. Lumber is not cheap these days. I spent $100 on 10 2x4s. 10 2x4s. $100. And they were the shortest ones you can get. So I think the bus is 7.5 feet. I cut about 3 inches off of each 2x4 to frame the bus long ways. Yeah, plywood is pricey. That's why I was trying to recycle the plywood that was already in here, but it's so... One, I left it outside because I wasn't planning on reusing it, and so it's so heavy because it has water, like it absorbs some water. And it was a struggle to get it in here. Then I got it in here, then it didn't fit, and then I took it back out and I started this live chat. Well, I took a break to watch your live chat. I don't look like I'm sweating anymore, which is good. I was dripping sweat 30 minutes ago. Joanne, I think, asked what I did with the minivan. I actually sold the van to an amazing lady named Rose, who I am happy that she got to upgrade to a bigger van because she was living in her van, which was a little smaller than the one that I had. So she's been sending me pictures and stuff, and it looks so cute. She's decorated it, and I'm really happy for her. Sam said, gotta go. Arms Family Homestead is on. Tell him I said hi. Linda said, what's wrong with needing a man? I wish I had dozens of them. I have a 40-foot van hole because I'm converting a motorhome. I mean, I guess there's nothing necessarily wrong with needing a man. I'm just saying I don't need one. And I have 6 of them to help me if I need help. So, but I don't, as far as needing a man, I just don't. But if you need one, you want one, go for it. To each their own. Victor said hi from Puerto Rico. Hey. Heather said including shipping it would be cheaper, Paul. Linda said, can you download Cash App so I can donate? I do have Cash App. Cash App. It's usually linked in my descriptions on all my videos. Sometimes I forget to put the description in my live chats, but in every other video prior, it should be there. Samantha said, yes, bitch. We only have men we want, not men we need. Yes. Debbie said, do you have a Venmo account? I don't have Venmo. Cheryl said, I paid $36 for 5x8 plywood. Yes. I'm telling you guys. It's wild out there. It's wild. Everything I got for the van has gone right back into the bus. So I have ordered so much stuff off of Amazon for the bus. Samantha said, are you wiring the bus? So I'm at a crossroads right now when it comes to the wiring. There's so much wire in here and I have no idea what it goes to. Quite frankly, it really doesn't go to much because I took everything out. So I thought about leaving all the wiring as is and just kind of wiring up because really and truly all I'm going to have is my lights. And then my inverter has the 2 plugins which I'll use. But other than that, I'm not really planning on having like plugins or anything because I don't plan on using too much more than I had in the van. I can always change that later on, but for what I need right now, I don't think I need much. So I don't know. I've saved some videos to watch as far as trying to remove the wiring that's in the bus, but I don't know if it's something that I'm really going to try and deal with. I might just leave the wiring how it is and not deal with it and just wire up my lights how I want, and then the plugins if I have any. I did order all my solar and stuff, which was pricey, but I'm happy to have it while I had the money. Let's see. Bigger are better about having a man. That is not always better. The guys out there are less help than in the life of a girl. Some men just, like I said, I don't need a man. If I have one, it's because I want one. Paul said, sometimes the men you want are not the men you need anyways. Very, very true. Marky Mark said, how much did the bus cost? By the way, love your channel. Thank you. I do have a video. It was I think it's like I bought the bus for, was it 38 or 3,200? I'm not sure. But I do have a video on it. I honestly don't remember. Crystal said, hello from Fort Worth. I'm in the process of looking for a van. You inspired me. Thank you so much. That's awesome, Crystal. That's basically where I'm from. I'm from Dallas, so. Samantha said, I want to come help. I'm trying to get a Nashville layover. Oh, that would be amazing. I could pick you up and everything. It'd be awesome. I have my bed for the bus. I bought my bed. I bought my comforter stuff because I'm planning on taking a trip to Dallas soon. So I'm like, whenever I go to Dallas, I want it to be comfortable enough for me to camp. So maybe if you have a layover in Dallas, that'll be cool. I have a mosquito bite on my foot. It's not fun. Samantha said, I'm LOLing in my room about all these men comments. Heather has to start somewhere. Shared my Cash App thing for those of you asking. Amy Cook said, new subscriber came over from Samantha's channel. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome. It'd be great to see you and Samantha together again. I've had a lot of people say that, and honestly, I have to agree. It'd be super fun. Bigger bus is better. I think it depends on personal preference. I think that this bus is the perfect size for me. I've seen buses that are probably like 5 feet longer, which is still a really, really great size, especially if you have 2 people. But since it's just me, this bus size is great. But I could not imagine doing a bigger bus. I really couldn't. It would be this, like, this is probably one of the smallest buses you can get, and it's been a task. It's been so hard. Robert said, do you watch any of Navigation Nowhere's YouTube video? He does a lot of bus builds. Yeah, he's actually one of my favorite channels. I think I've seen 90% of his videos. DYA Just Create said, did you purchase the fan that you mentioned in your last video? I did. I got a Max fan 7 something. I don't know. It's like the best one that you can get. I found one on the cheap and I ordered it on Amazon, and they canceled the order because they said they couldn't send it to my address for whatever reason. So then I had to order the same fan from a different company, and it was a little bit more pricey. But they apparently shipped it, so that should be here soon. I have a bunch of stuff to work on the outside of the bus so that when I do go to Dallas, it's not going to be yellow anymore. And I will have a fan, and I will have a skylight. I'm just going to say that much. Paul said, Jelena, a midge bite on your foot is okay compared to one on your butt. I'd rather have a bug bite on my foot than on my butt, for sure. Booker T said, are you thinking about getting a shuttle bus? No, just because I already have this bus. I think I don't necessarily see myself, after this build, I don't see myself doing another build that's like a tiny house on wheels. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I might go, maybe I meet someone and we still want to continue to travel, but we want something bigger. That's the only way I would see myself doing another build like this for the road. If I meet someone and they want to continue to travel, and I want to too. Other than that, I don't see myself doing another bigger build because I do want to settle down and build a tiny house or a cabin or something along those lines. I have been looking at land in a couple places that I think would be ideal for me to settle down. I'm nervous about choosing somewhere just because I am single, so it's like, do I want to commit to a property for so long? But what if I meet someone, but at the same time it's like I have to live my life because I may be single for the rest of my life. I don't know. Just trying to be realistic here. I'm not looking, so I'm not like counting on it. So I don't know. I've been looking at land. We'll see what happens. Am I saying your name wrong? I said Joanne, but I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Is it Joan? Like Jonah Hill? Like Joan? Said, but in relation with having a man, not always having a man is better. Sometimes having a man is not a help. In my case, as a man, I try to be the best for my wife. That's really good. And yeah, you're right. It depends on the person. Really and truly. Lucy said, 409 people watching, only 137 likes. Hit that thumbs up, people. You heard the lady. Skirt skin. So did you find your hatch window? So I wanted a marine hatch that's a skylight, but it was over $400. So I could get it, but I thought, where I'm at right now, is it really worth it? Would I rather save the money? I'd rather save the money. So I just ordered just a normal skylight, which I have. It came in the mail today. So where the emergency hatch is, I'm just gonna do a normal skylight. So I won't be able to open it, but I'll have a skylight, and instead of being able to climb up from the inside, I can go outside and climb up, which isn't a big deal. Gina said, will you wire the solar yourself? Yes. I will be wiring all the solar myself, possibly maybe getting my older brother to help me because it's something he wants to learn as well. So why not kill two birds with one stone, and he can learn it while I'm learning it too, and so we could do it together. But I am planning on doing it myself. Looks like you're sunny where you are. It is a beautiful, today was immaculate. Beautiful day. It makes me wish that it was summer already. I can't wait. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days, unfortunately. But today is a beautiful day. Angry Rooster said you're close to Nashville. Yes, I'm very close to Nashville. Linda said, I just sent you a Cash App. I hate giving 30% to YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I get the YouTube thing. Crystal said, will I be able to run my entire van with the Jackery 1000? It really depends on what you mean by run your entire van. It depends on what you're running. I would say look up Dawn of Van Life. She has tons of videos on Jackery products that have really good detailed reviews on what you can use and what it's good for, and like her opinions on it. And I do trust her. My Jackery did me wonders when I was living in the van. It powered everything that I had in the van. But that being said, I only had my laptop and what else did I use it for? Like my laptop, charging my phone, stuff like that. I didn't really use much else other than that. Booker T said, I hate the spell check on my phone. I'm thinking about getting a shuttle bus. Oh, okay. That's awesome. The only thing that I've heard bad about shuttle buses is it's fiberglass, which is harder to work with. But that's also just personal preference, what you deal with. I mean, everything, honestly, for me, it would be no different having a normal bus versus having a shuttle bus. Fiberglass, metal, I've never worked with either one as far as cutting into it. So it's all just a learning experience. I think it's awesome. Michelle said, yay, I caught your live. Love your videos. Keep it up, girl. Thank you. Paul said, Nabil said, I want to come to the United States to do this van life thing. So can you tell me how to personally register a school bus for converting an RV? I would say look up videos specifically on that topic. It's different in every state. So it really depends on where you buy your vehicle and where you're trying to register your vehicle. Coming from out of the U.S., I imagine is a little different and a lot more detailed. So I can't say for sure I know exactly how, because I don't. So that's just something that you have to look into as far as like where you're buying your vehicle, your visa, where you can register it, and there's a lot more that goes into it, so it's kind of difficult, and I can't say exactly how to do that. NH is a great spot to settle down, save, not too populated, etc., and you have me as a neighbor. NH, where's that, Carol? Am I missing something? Joan said $20 super chat for the bus project. Thank you so much, Joan. I appreciate that. Am I saying that correct? No, it is Joanne. Okay. No, it is correct. It's Joanne. I'm Dominican. Okay, cool. Joanne, thank you. Thank you so much. Heather said you can always sell, especially with how many people are wanting land. True. I told my sister I was looking, and I won't say exactly where I was looking, but she was like, yeah, you better buy it before everyone from California tries to come into Texas and buy all the land. And I was like, yes. I found a really amazing deal on 8 acres. That's owner finance. Just that I might do. So we'll see. But it would be nice to have a home base that it's non-restricted. It's very heavily wooded, so no one would know I was there. It's in like a kind of like a subdivision, and it's pretty cheap. It's in a good area. Like, it's a steal. I emailed them. They haven't emailed me back. It was probably because someone's probably already on it because it's such a great deal. George Gooden did a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Charles said, "Oh, so you are thinking of a man in the future? Laugh out loud, just bugging you." Not really, but if I do have someone in the future, it's gonna be a man. Jacoby Jacobs said, "Did you get some gloves yet?" I actually have a really good pair of gloves somewhere over here. I just don't ever wear them. Dory said getting land is a good idea. Oh, Kristen's in here. Hey, Kristen. I can't figure out how to like when it's live. Kristen's one of my friends. We were actually talking about hanging out when I go to Dallas because that's where she lives. Sarah said, build your personal wealth first before settling down with someone. 100% agree. First of all, I've already been around the block, and I know what I feel like I'm learning that I know what I want this time around and what not to settle for. Tawani said, vehicles get registered at a DMV anywhere in the United States. True, but every state has different restrictions for how to register your vehicles, especially when it comes to stuff like this where you're making changes to a normal bus and converting it into an RV. Like, the difference between doing it in Nashville is very different from doing it in Texas. So my bus that I bought, I have an agreement with the person I bought it from. And so right now it's registered and it's fine until I think August. So in August is when I will have everything that I need to have done on it, and by then I can register it and put it in my name and get insurance on it as an RV in Texas. I'm not trying to register it in Nashville because I don't technically live here. My address that is on my driver's license is in Texas, and that's where I plan to keep it. I don't plan on changing it to Nashville. So I'm only here temporarily. And like the title of this live chat, I'm not going to be here too much longer. I will be here for another month or so, but I will be moving back to the Dallas area at the end of May. And I will be coming back and forth between there because I will leave. I'll have the cats with me at that point. But I will have a lot of my stuff here until the bus is completed. Then I'll come back here, move back into the bus fully, and then hit the road officially. But for now, and I won't say where or what or how, but I will be in the Dallas area. Oh, geez, my phone's so loud. I'll be in the Dallas area. For a time, and I'm really excited. I miss all my friends in Dallas. I definitely have realized that I love Nashville, but it's not my home. Sorry, Mom, but Dallas is where my heart is. That's where home is for me, and I can't wait to get back there and visit all my friends. And something that I am trying to focus on this year that I haven't necessarily focused on the past few years, aside from last year, because I was in an all-consuming relationship, I neglected a lot of friendships and personal relationships, and so I'm learning who stuck by me and stayed in my circle, and those are the friendships that I'm really trying to nourish and build up now. And that's something that I definitely will take with me into the future, is if I do date anyone, or if I do, next time I find myself in a relationship, I definitely want to not neglect my friends and family no matter what, and always, always, always stay connected and nurture and honor those relationships that I have, because that was something I did in my past with not just my last relationship but the one before that too. I always was consumed, and that's something that I refuse to let myself do again. I don't want to be consumed. I want to give that person my all in a different way, if that makes sense. If you've ever been in a relationship that you cared more about that person than you did about yourself, it can be easy to lose yourself and to lose the things that are important to you. So for me, focusing on me and what's important to me and not losing any of that, while also focusing on another person and bringing them into your life and not making them your life, is something that I'm still learning how to do. And so I feel like I'm building a new foundation for my future that I didn't have in my last two relationships. And I feel like it's a really healthy thing, and I'm in a really good place mentally, and I'm really happy about that. And it makes me look forward to the future because, like I said, I'm single. I'm not interested in anyone particularly. I'm just living my life, and I'm very much so in an amazing place that I've never been in before. And I don't know if that's because I'm approaching my 30s, and everyone says that your 30s are different. If you are in your 30s, you know what I'm talking about. But I feel it. It's a thing. Gina said, follow your dreams and move in that direction. Build your financial portfolio beginning now. Why wait for the partner? Exactly. I agree. George said, you van girls are fun. Stephanie said, hi from Forney, Texas. Hey, I used to live in Forney. Samantha said, if I could go back in time, I'd just do the Jackery. Interesting note. That may be something that maybe you should do a video on, because I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about that, because I just bought solar, but I didn't buy a ton of solar. I went like bare minimum, and I think I'll be all right. Tammy's, I feel like I'm really far behind. Tammy said, from someone who's single and traveled, I would recommend finding places to stay for 6 months or more at a time so you can get to know the area and people potentially meet someone. But see, the thing is, I'm not trying to meet someone. I want to go travel stay at one place for no more than 2 weeks at a time. If I meet someone, I meet someone and it's meant to be. I'm not looking for anyone. Paul said, Jelena, if you get yourself a piece of land for parking on, you'll have space for friends with vans to visit and also not to worry about being moved by the police. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and that's an idea. I didn't even think about that, but if I got 8 acres, I could have, like, if people were coming through Texas, be like, hey, you have a place to stay, reach out. Like, that would be an amazing opportunity to get to know the community. Jacoby said, look up Hobo Tech for all Jackery type needs. That's all this guy does. So, if you have any questions about Jackery, Hobo Tech. Michael said, why is this video titled Moving Again? I just joined, so I don't know. I think I just explained that, and I know I'm behind, so. Does the bus run on diesel? My bus does not run on diesel. Levi's bus, Levi's my little brother, and he just bought a bus too. And his bus is a diesel. Mine is just a regular gas. Prowse Pottery said, woohoo, live. Me like, how is the floor? It's coming along. I officially have a subfloor. Well, kind of. I still have a little bit to do today, but you guys will see that in my next video. George said, now when I'm around town, I'm eyeing all the vans, SUVs, Priuses, trying to guess if someone's living in it and traveling. Yeah, I do the same thing. There's one bus in particular around this area that I'm at. It's a white bus. It's a short bus, just like mine, and I know that it's the same bus because the back lower window's busted out, and Someone definitely lives in it. They were at Walmart last night, and I'm pretty sure that they slept at Walmart last night. But they live around here in their bus, I'm assuming. Roger said there are a lot of vacation lots for sale, fairly cheap. I even tried to research like people who own land that would rent a small piece of land out so that I could just park there in Texas. But I couldn't find anything, so. George said, going camping in the Prius on the beach this weekend. Oh, that sounds fun. Tom said, are your batteries going to be hooked up to your alternator for when you're driving and charges your batteries also? Not right now, but I'm hoping to be able to do that by the time I'm finished with the build. I want that to be done. But right now, no, it's only going to be connected to the solar panels to get charged. Just for now, though. Josh said, be careful of owner financing. There's no protection for you. Save up 20% put down on your land. Any bank will give you a loan 20% down. I've already done owner financing. I actually have not had any bad experiences with it. And I was looking into the same company that I used before. But I also found another company, which is where I found the 8 acres. So, I mean, I definitely have done my research when it comes to owner financing. And I've done it before. I know that you wind up most likely paying way more than you could, but at the same time, that's what you get when you don't have any credit. So you gotta get what you can take what you can get. Terry said, would you do a road trip in Europe if you had the opportunity? 100%. Bluesman said it. You will meet the right man one day, but not yet. First, enjoy your freedom and travel through your country and see great places. I definitely am not looking, like I said. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, and if the right person comes along, and it'll happen when it's meant to happen. Like I said, I've been around the block, so I know what I'm not going to settle for this time. George said, bad boy type with ink. I like to say that I don't have a type, but I think that I do have a type. And honestly, my goal is to not go for that type again. Because it's never done me any good in the past. 20 said, any DMV can help you register, though. It's a start. Oh, yeah, for sure. They will tell you exactly what you need, everything that you need to know. Sorry. Angry Rooster said, as you're in Nashville, that's cool. I'm in Wilson. That's awesome. I don't know where Wilson is. I'm assuming it's kind of close. Oh, sorry. Okay, I feel like I'm super behind. Brenda Lou Cook said, I think a lot of us do that with relationships when we're younger. The older we get, the wiser we get. 100%. You're so goal-oriented. I feel like that's something that I've kind of developed over the past couple of years. Roger said, 56, been married since we were 17. You'll know without any doubts. I think that's the thing, is if you have doubts, he or she's probably not the one. Paul said, 30 is only a number, girl. Just live for you, because in the end, you're the only one that you need to be happy for. True dat. Halen said, I love how you set goals for yourself and then hit every single one of them. You're truly an inspiration. Thank you so much. It's kind of hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Samantha said, there's 80% chance that there was food on my face for this entire life. Was it donuts, though? Because I'm kind of jealous. Okay, I feel like I'm so behind. Okay. If I skipped your comment, just comment again, because I'm just going to let it roll and go with punches. D said, so where are you moving? There's a couple of places, and like I said, you will know soon. Hey, Grumpy Patriot Show. It's going to be in the Dallas Metroplex. Probably either North or East Dallas. But they're pretty nice areas. I'm going to be at an RV park. That's where I'm going to be parked. But I'll be moving the bus every single day, which is good for the bus because I don't want it to be parked too long. That it's not, I don't want it sitting too long. So I'll be parked in an RV park, but then I will drive to friends' houses who are going to be helping with the build. So Samantha said, I'm so excited for you to be in Dallas. Oh, I'm so excited to be in Dallas. I love Dallas. It has my heart. Nancy said, do you have to live in Oklahoma to get the tribal benefits like health insurance? No, actually, I don't have to live in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is not the only place that I can get benefits. I'm actually going with my mom and my brother here pretty soon to a hospital in North Carolina for our Indian insurance, and we're all going to go get checked up and checked out, and all that stuff that we need to get done, we can get done. Linda said, hey, GGPS, how are you doing? 30 is the new 20. I don't know about that, but 30s feels great so far. Kathy said, I got away from the bad boy type and waited on God to choose, and he brought me the best man out there, full of love and integrity, 22 years married now, and he's my best friend. That's amazing, Kathy. Nothing good ever comes from the bad boy type. In the end. I don't think I've necessarily ever dated a bad boy type, though. Just because they have tattoos or long hair doesn't mean that they're a bad boy type. Terry said, what's the one place in the world that you would love to visit what you have already done it? Love to visit what have you already done it? I'm assuming you're saying what's one place in the world I would love to visit that I have not already done. I would have to say either Ireland or Australia. 2 places I really want to go. Samantha said, bad boys are so beautiful, though. Some bad boys aren't so bad. Is it the childhood trauma for me? ... It gets me every time. Oh, it's the trauma for me. I don't know what it is for me. I just make mistakes. I'm just kidding. We all make mistakes. You live and you learn. Just because someone doesn't work out for you doesn't mean that they won't not work out for someone else. I think that made sense. Like the first guy that, like my first serious relationship, I'm still friends with like his brother and a lot of his friends who, well, I guess they're my friends too, but I met them through him. Let's just say that he was a terrible person, and I believe that everyone can change and become better people, because I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, or even 6 years ago, 2 years ago. I'm not even the same person I was a year ago. Dear God, bless Jaylena's heart from a year ago. She was in a very dark place. Anyways, I believe that people can change, and that boy has not changed whatsoever. He is still a toxic, terrible person, and I feel so sorry for the girl that he's dating right now, and for the last girl he dated after me, and they have a kid together, so. Karen said, bad boys, fun place to visit, but not to stay. Are they really a fun place to visit, though? I've heard Taylor Swift's song, Trouble. That didn't sound very fun. Valerie said, there's no perfect person, just perfect for you. Exactly. We all have our faults. Samantha, I like to fix things. I have some friends like that. We never really fix anything. If anything, we make it worse. Kathy said, I'm so glad you got out of your dark place. It's not a fun place to be. Thank you, Kathy. It's not a very fun place to be at all. And I'm very glad I got out of that space too. George said, I was a bad boy, but my ex was worse. I feel like a lot of bad boys like attract crazy women. I'm not crazy. That's probably why I never attracted a bad boy. Samantha said, are you going to keep all your windows open or covering them? I'm going to keep them all open. I definitely like the light in here compared to the van. That was very, very dark. I feel like there was never like good lighting in the van, so it was hard for me to film in the van. I really like having all this openness and all the natural light. It's something I haven't had, so. Karen said, I remember hearing those train whistles growing up, but our don't run away haven't for a long time. When the wind is blowing the right way, we can hear them from two. Is that? Oh, I had never even noticed the trains in the background. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Samantha said, I only attract bad boys. Well, good for you. I only attract dumbasses, so. Okay, fine. They're not dumbasses. They're just mean. Mean people. Nancy's Fancies said, my husband saw me watching you and thought you were my sister. You look exactly like her. She is 30 years older than you. Oh. I don't know if that means she looks very younger. I look much older. Peter said, what a time to be alive. I mean, isn't it though? Thalas said, when you are not looking is when you will find it. I 100% agree with that. Samantha said, I like the white light vibes too. Your van has such good lighting in it. I was so jealous when I went into your van and saw how amazing the lighting is. You could film in there. It looks great. I couldn't do that in my van. I just did not have the right lighting. Michelle said, what color are you painting the bus? I will be painting it white with an accent on these, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. The braces? Those, they're not braces. They're those things on the side that are usually black. I'm painting those a different color. Kathy said, I think in my mind, since I wasn't crazy, I would love them to be better. I could love them to a better place than almost got me killed. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, is thinking that you can change someone and you can make them better. Because in the end, no one's going to change unless they want to change. They will change for them. No one's ever going to change for you. And it's the same thing for you. You will never change for someone else. You're going to change for yourself. Even if you think you are changing for someone, you're not. You are the same person. The only way that you're going to change is if you do it for you. Paul Honeyman said, I've followed you long enough to see the differences between your dark place and now. You too, Sam. And I must say you both look like you're much more beautiful in your happy places. Well, thank you. I'm definitely in a happier place. Samantha, you're beautiful. I can see you attracting a ton of guys. I agree. She's so gorgeous. Michael said you will have an incredible adventure in your bus that will get you out of your dark place. Oh, I'm well out of my dark place. The bus is definitely a plus. Nancy said you look like a younger version of my sister. Patty said, I've always lived within 1 mile from the train tracks. Even now in the rural upstate New York, 20 acres, and I can still see the train from my mountains. That's pretty interesting. Rosie and Ricky said, Jaylena, stay away from the negativity, not good for you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Heather said, hit the thumbs up to help support. Peter said, I meant to say what a time to be alive, both you and Samantha in one chat. Sam said, I feel like it doesn't have good lighting, but it might be the LED lights. I put 6 of them in, so it adds a lot. I think the lighting in your van is phenomenal. Like, I was so jealous of it. One reason why I wanted to, like, get a different vehicle, because the lighting was so terrible. And I didn't rip out the top like you did. Will you be able to take the bus to Baja? Is that Mexico? I don't know. Live your own dreams first. Yes. Judy said your last man was a Peter Pan. Still is. Well, my mom would definitely agree with you on that one. Nancy said only marry someone who makes you feel like the person you always wanted to be. I support that. Karen said, I used to say, if they're weird, I'm a magnet. Not anymore. Words are powerful. I mean, we're all kind of weird. You just got to find the weird that completes your weird. Ukraine dude said, in the end, Linkin Park. I'm not going to lie. I still deal with, I've been very open with my mental health. There was a night a couple of weeks ago that I probably hit my lowest point. Just having a day, no reason in particular. I woke up in the middle of the night and everything hit me at once, and I just had a very, very low and sad moment. And I was on Facebook and I saw a video of In the End by Linkin Park performing live, and I never felt so low, I don't think ever, not once in my life. That was the lowest I've ever felt. But I feel like relating to music so intensely helps you dig yourself out of that hole. And I will say that that song did help me that night, and it pulled me through. As weird as that sounds. But I will say that, since you brought it up. Live chats, where you find all the secrets. This Beautiful Life said, I was only able to change when I was really ready to accept that I was a jerk. ... Pat. Sometimes, like I said, you don't change for someone else, you change for you. So if you say love someone and you change for them, you won't really truly change unless you're truly doing it for you. Because you're not changing for that person. You're changing because you want to keep that person. So you're changing who you are as a person for yourself. Because you, not saying that it's a bad thing, not at all. You're changing because you're being selfish. You are changing yourself and you're being selfish so that you can keep somebody that you love. Yes, you're doing it for them to an extent, but if you truly change, you're doing it for yourself. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. Catherine said, just wanted to say hello, trying to sell my husband an idea of me and a schoolie. I hope it works out for you. Half Century Farm said, this is the happiest I've ever seen you, Jaylena. I think this is the happiest I've ever been as an adult. I never have in my whole life been so content to just be by myself. And I don't say that with any negativity towards my past relationships. I just have always been in a relationship. When I was just turned 19 years old, I met my first serious boyfriend, and I was with him for almost 5 years. And as soon as that relationship ended, I jumped into another one and was with him for almost 5 years. So It's definitely different. It's been different lately to be on my own and be happy. And at first it was a struggle to find my own place on my own, but now that I have, it's a blessing for sure. People are laughing in a normal way. I'm so behind. Nomadic View said, what kind of solar are you going to use? Hello from New York, New York. I am using Renogy solar panels and a Renogy inverter and a Renogy battery. Dory said, I just want to say you are the only one I watch the ads for. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I watch the ads for every video that I watch now because I just feel guilty if I don't, because that's how I know that like we all get paid on YouTube is if we watch the ads. So I can't not watch them. I feel so bad. Okay, and now I'm back to being so behind. Jacqueline said, "What color was the Rust-Oleum on the floor? Looking great, lasting." I don't know what color it was. It's just like a dark red color. Samantha said, "I have to be up early, so I'm not." I don't know what you guys are talking about. Bluesman said, "Music heals everything." It does help. It helps a lot. Laverne said, Jaylena, I'm so excited about your bus build. Can't wait to see what you do with it. And shower, leave it in, okay? Question mark. I'm reading. Love you, first you. I'm definitely going to have some type of shower system. I was against it for a hot second, and then I was like, no, what? I can do this, so I will have a shower. My brother moved his truck, and now I feel like the light's like kind of weird. I don't know what Samantha's saying, but people are saying stuff about you that I don't know what they're talking about. This Beautiful Life said, it is because I wanted to keep my wife. I agree. It's because I wanted the best for me, and she was it. See? Exactly. I'm telling you. You change because you want to change for yourself, not for others. Even if you change yourself for others, it's because you want to change personally. Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show said, there's only one woman that can put up with me being me. It takes a special woman to put up with me being me. I think it takes a special someone to put up with all of us. Eloy said, stay single, my friend. It's the best. I never want to buy another girl a cheeseburger. That sounds so sad. You'll meet someone you want to buy a cheeseburger for. I promise. Tina said, girl, stay who you are because you have a good heart. Thank you. Kathy said, I'm 59 and still learning to stop living by looking in the rear view mirror. Not about guys, but just doing stupid stuff and having regrets. I'm learning to let it go. There's a band, you guys. Okay, I'm about to skip a whole bunch of comments because I'm behind. There's a band called This Wild Life. And they're one of my favorite bands, but I can't listen to them all the time because they get me all up in my feels, and I get really emotional and I cry a lot when I listen to them. But they're a really good band if you guys want to go listen to them. Be prepared to cry if your periods due or something. But they're really, really good. They're one of my favorite bands. They're just a lot. I get really emotional, but they're good. Rosie and Ricky said marriage is great. I think marriage is great if you find the right person. I think marriage is the hardest thing to get through, especially if you don't marry the right person. But at the same time, a part of me feels like, do we ever really marry the right person? Samantha said, don't forget about the super chats. Did I miss one? She did $2 super chat. Did I miss a super chat? Now you have me confused. Oh, are you telling that people don't forget about super chats? Because you got me feeling like I forgot a super chat. No, I mean for the viewers. Okay, I was like, did I forget one? Oh my goodness. What was I saying? Oh, marriage. It sucks to fight for someone who's not right for you. So just make sure you do it right the first time. The most accurate, terrible advice I could give to anybody. You're welcome. That'll be $365. Samantha said, we can help support the field. Kathy said, when you find your best friend, there's nothing like it. See, and that sucks because I feel like I did find my best friend. But like I said, everyone changes. And I feel like sometimes people change for the better and sometimes people change for the worse. And me personally, I feel like I have changed for the better over the past couple of years, and it wasn't enough. It was enough for me, but it wasn't enough for someone else, and that's a terrible feeling. But I feel like when you get to that point, I know that you're not supposed to get married unless like there's adultery or whatever, but I mean you're not supposed to get divorced unless there's adultery, but sometimes, you know, you can't keep fighting for something that's not good for you. Samantha said, or we change for the better, but they don't, so we outgrow the relationship. Exactly. That was where I was, is that I changed for the better, someone else changed for the worst, and unfortunately it just was a very toxic road we were going down. And sometimes you have to be selfish, you have to do what's best for you. The Beautiful Life said adultery can be in the heart, not just physical. I completely agree. Paul Honeyman said you can't settle in a relationship if it's toxic for you. Also true. Relationships are hard. They really are. Gina said, love yourself first, totally and unconditionally. The best partner will show up. I feel like no matter how much you love yourself, you still have to be very cautious about who you let into that personal circle that you keep for only you. Because when you do let someone in, you're letting that person in too. When you've built these walls up, you've worked so hard to build these walls up, you're letting someone else into your life, into those walls that you don't let anybody else in. You let that person in. And I feel like it's a very, very big commitment to even do just that. Sunny DIY said, life is too short to be miserable. Adultery isn't the only thing. Abuse or in general of life sucking, it's not always the intention, but some people suck the life out of you. I completely agree with that too. I myself have experienced it, but I've seen like friends and stuff experience it. But it's weird now, me being at the point in my life where I'm at and like seeing my best friends at the point where they're at, and like one of my best friends, she's in a new relationship and it's going great and I'm so happy for her. But seeing all that she's accomplished over the last 5 years of going from a serious relationship to building herself up and finding who she is to letting someone new inside that wall that I was just talking about and letting that person see that side of her. For so long, she didn't let anyone see that side of her. So for her to let this one person in, it makes a huge, like it's such a big deal that I'm like, I'm guarded for her. And so I'm trying my best to give advice, but also like not be pushy about it because she's the only one that can make decisions for herself. But I'm so happy that she's found someone that, I don't know if she's watching, and she probably won't see this, but she does watch my videos sometimes. So I'm just so happy that she's found somebody that she feels comfortable enough to let those walls down. And I feel like I've been building these walls myself, and I feel like I'm at a point where they're pretty high, and I'm not willing to let anyone behind those walls, that I'm so immediately like guarded. Like I might be friendly for 2 seconds and then I'm just like, nope. And I just cut people off. And I'm not trying to be mean and I'm not trying to be rude. But it just, I don't know. I feel like you have to be really, really special to get behind those walls when it comes to trying to win over a woman that knows her worth. Like, when a woman realizes her worth, it's a game changer. Like, you cannot mess up. You cannot, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a game changer. Darlene said, that's acceptable, give yourself a year. I've had well over a year, and I'm still guarded with those walls, and they're very much so not coming down unless you're worth it. But so far, no one is worth it. So, USA Girl said, you can put a crown on a clown and expect you. I'm assuming she said you can't put a crown on a clown and expect a king. You can try really hard. You can try really hard, but in the end, it never fits, and it always falls off. Angie said, have I missed where you're moving to? I'll be in the Dallas area for a while at the end of May. When they realize they're worthless, when they realize their worth, they become priceless. Now you're trying to say when they realize they're worthless, you become priceless. Paul said, Jaylena, sorry, hon, but that works both ways. It does work both ways. I'm just saying for me personally. Nancy said, those walls are there to protect you, so leave them there until the time is right. I agree 100%. Heather said, you did that to protect your heart, and the right man is patient and builds a strong foundation of trust. With words and actions, your family and friends will be able to see the differences also. See, keywords is actions. Words and actions. Kathy said, be guarded for a while. You need to heal and learn to care for yourself and respect you so that you know your boundaries. For a man, he must have respect for you. I agree, and I'm definitely at that point. Samantha said, what comes after the floor install? So once the subfloor's done, which will be tomorrow, then I'm going to start on the walls, and then I'm going to do my bed platform. Then I'm going to start on the ceiling. But on the ceiling, I'm doing the, what's it called? I'm doing the skylight and the max fan, and then I'm doing the solar. And then by then, once the solar's put in, then I'm going to put my refrigerator in, and then I'll have my burner stove, like my camping burner stove, and then I'm going to be taking a trip to Dallas. Oh, and somewhere in between all of that mess, I'm going to be sanding and painting the bus. Once the skylight and the max fan is in, I'm going to be painting the roof as well. So there's so much stuff that's supposed to be happening like this week. All of that stuff is supposed to be happening this week. And then I'm going to go to Dallas. So it's a thing. It's a whole thing. And I'm really excited about it. And I do have, I'm not putting the heart, I'm doing life-proof flooring throughout, but I'm not going to put it underneath the cabinets that I'm going to have. And I'm putting back here underneath in my garage space, I'm doing like that faux grass, like football grass, football field grass or whatever, it's fake. I'm putting that in the back and I already have that. It's underneath the bus right now. But I'll be doing that. USA said, never be jealous of a woman with an ex, because trust me, if they were worth it, you'd still have them. Never be jealous of the woman with your ex, because exes are an ex for a reason. Samantha said, yay, let's do a Dallas meetup. That'd be awesome. We should plan something for that. That would actually be really cool. Sunny DIY said, sounds exhausting, but worth it. Oh, it'll definitely be exhausting, but worth it. Samantha said, meetup / celebration for the build. Oh, for sure. I've been on for just over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off here because I am losing daylight. It is 5:15, and it's going to be dark here in about 2 hours. So am I going to try and put this up, Lauren? I'm going to try to, but it might not be done till tomorrow morning, so we'll see. But I'm going to jump off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, as usual. I'll see you guys on the next video. Ace Man. Enjoy the rest of your night, Juliana. Thank you so much. I will see you guys later. Thank you again. I'm still reading all the comments. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Go check out my Instagram if you want a better look of all the stuff that's happening right now. I always try and post stuff that you don't actually necessarily see on my Instagram stories. That's where it's at. So, yeah, I'll see you guys. It's been fun, and it's been real, and it's been real fun, but I got some real fun work to do here. Some more on the bus. I'm literally just taking a break right now, going live. So I just had my hour break. Now it's time to get back to work. So here we go. I'll see y'all. Bye.